Alright guys, RoKage here and welcome back to the brand new video. Here we are, Zenless Zone 0 will be the topic. Before we start with the tips and tricks for the global launch of Zenless Zone 0, I just want to say make sure to pre-download the game. I will put the links for how to download on PC and iOS, Android. You literally just click on this link and the game will start to pre-download. So I believe I don't have to explain a thing here. In 2 days the game will launch and we're gonna start with the tips and tricks for the global launch of solo leveling Arise. Okay, now let me start with tips and tricks for the global launch of Zenless Zone 0. First of all, about the rerolling, as far as I know, it will be pure pain, so I will leave it for another video. And when you start the game, pretty much you will choose, you will have a choice on story mode between the casual and challenge mode. I definitely recommend casual mode because the rewards are the same. And challenge mode, you can only do it if you really want to challenge yourself, because you won't have pre-made characters, and overall it will be much harder. But don't worry, you can switch between casual and challenge mode at any time. But if you want to really fast progress, go with the casual at the beginning, okay? Then later on, do as you please. Hard mode unlocks after clearing a chapter, and of course provides an additional rewards. It's super important that you focus on your main story first and then only start completing the side missions when you need to unlock the main story, you know, because sometimes you'll be just stuck at main story, you won't be able to go beyond that, so you will have to do side missions. If you're stuck on your main story, you can always go to the side story, so you get some additional freebies for the summons, so maybe you're gonna pull something amazing. So all of that should be put in consideration. Make sure to do the old challenges for the stages. Challenges are stars for the stages, achievements, whatever you want to call them. It's super important that you do them at first and you try to get that 3-star, because you will gather more freebies. And as well, you won't have to go back and then do the mission again. Overall, it will save you bunch of time at the end of the day. So, and as well, you're getting less tokens if you don't do the 3-star. And you will need those tokens to progress further into story. In different modes, they will also provide extra materials for pools or character building. Of course, it's super important that you don't forget to visit NPCs, such as newspaper stand or your helper bugaboo in your base, and as well as coffee shop. Don't forget you can fuse and dismantle character upgrade materials, so if you need upgrade materials for the new character, just dismantle ones you got from upper tiers. So in that way you're gonna be able to manipulate in a way the upgrading of your characters and many other materials because of the fuse and dismantle mechanics. Of course, don't forget to do the battle pass daily and weekly missions. Battle passes, like in any type of game, it will be available, and of course it will provide you some nice materials, especially in the early game. That can be extremely helpful. Of course, there is also a set of weekly rewards that you can obtain on rally commissions, as well as a Hollow Zone license pass. So it is really crucial to do enough runs to get them all, okay? And don't forget, like in any type of gacha game, make sure to do the dailies, because it will provide a good amount of EXP for the leveling up and polychromes, which are the summon materials for your account. Now let me talk about the stamina and overall leveling. Make sure that you don't overcap stamina. 240 batteries is the maximum amount you can store and generate over 24 hours. And it's super important, guys, that in the beginning you already know your team. Because like this, when you know what you have, like main DPS, stunner, and supported in your game, it will be a good team And this will be your base from which you're gonna start building up your characters. It's super important that you know your team and that you know on which characters you will focus in the beginning, because you won't gonna waste materials. Of course, the DPS character is the main character that you wanna max out from the get-go, because he will be providing the biggest damage, which in early game, especially in any type of game, super important. But those stunner and supporter will be also really important. Use your batteries or stamina for farming resources early on. You will need a solid amount for upgrading the characters. It can be either EXP for them or the weapons, as well as ascension materials for skills and talents. Have in mind that you do not use them on the disk drive. Farming, since you only want to start focusing on them once you reach level 40. Again, this is a key information, guys, and one of the top tricks that you can get from this. So don't use them on disk drive until you're actually level 40. We're gonna talk about the disk drive in a moment. It's like a gear in the game. In early game level, your main DPS, of course, make sure to max level, like already mentioned before. And of course, do not invest in 3-star V-engine weapons too much, as they're just placeholders for 4-star and 5-star weapons. So in the beginning you will always have like more 3-stars weapons, so don't build them up too much. Just build them enough you can do the content, and then later on you will have those higher rarity V engines weapons, whatever you want to call it. And of course, don't forget to do the weekly boss runs in the Reckless challenge that will be also in the game. About the disk drives really quickly, and then we're gonna briefly talk about the combat and we are done. Make sure, like I already said, focus on your getting your account to level 40 as fast as possible, because then the good type of disk drives will start appearing. There is no need for you to force the 4 sets of the disk drives in the game, especially in the early game. So you can go instead of 2 set bonuses. It will be much easier, and at the same time it will be providing a really good buffs. So 2 sets, okay, two sets bonuses is enough. You don't go for the 4 set, especially in the beginning. And of course, don't level the disk drives below A rank is where you wanna start building up your disk drives for your characters, which is a gear. Of course, save the lower tier tuners, since they can be converted and used for obtaining disk drives in the music shop. So, of course, there will be certain materials like tuners, which you're gonna use them to, again, craft, let we say, are gears, like here it's called disk drives. About the combat, really key informations, then we have some parry mechanics that's different in this game overall, but stronger enemies have a stagger meter, and when you deplete that meter, the character will be immobilized. So stagger meter, it's like on solo leveling Arise, I cannot remember now how it's called, but pretty much it's like breaking the character. Okay, so whoever plays the solo leveling Arise, when you break the character, you literally immobilize him in a way, and then you know, if you dodge also at the last moment of an attack, you're gonna activate extreme evasion, the same like we have in solo leveling Arise. You will slow the time, and boom, you're gonna do the counter attack. Try to charge up your EX special skill before using them, so they get the maximum output of the damage. Of course, in this game, it is key that you use your ultimate as soon as possible. On solo leveling Arise, that's not the case. There isn't any specific reason to keep it unused, since it does a solid amount of damage on top of stagger. Once you stagger an enemy, you will have a chain attack available. And it's, guys, super important tip, use Bangbu, which is like an additional it's like shadows in a way, but not completely, but it's like a shadows in the soul leveling Arise, that additional slot that is here to help you out. So pretty much the same. Bangbu, make sure to use Bangbu before other units in a chain attack. Okay, they're available at the start of the chain. And now about parry. changes are limited. Parry changes are limited, so keep an eye out your charges, or you might get a heavy blow which can really mess up your team. So I will talk about the parry mechanics later on as the game will be launched, but it will be super important, the timing of switching between the characters, so you can activate parry. I still need to get more familiar with the mechanics itself. I need to play it on my own, so I won't play smart here. That's it, guys. This is all the tips and tricks that I learned by using pridewin.gg website, many YouTube videos, and as well I played the game for a few hours. Okay, at that time I wasn't so popular. I don't know, can I even say it like this? I had pretty decent amount of subscribers and all of that, but I was still building my channel, so I didn't play a lot. Like, if I managed to get in close beta too, so I wish I played more, but it was just different times. But yeah, guys, hopefully you did enjoy the video. Leave a like, subscribe, your opinions in the comment section below. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. All the credits will be in the description below. Love ya, and see ya on the global launch in 2 days of Zenless Zone 0.